Wikipedia.com, aka one of the first results for Zodiac personality traits, because I am lazy. Aries are passionate, motivated, and confident, with a cheerful disposition and relentless determination. They lead a life with blind optimism and need to look out for selfish tendencies. They are upbeat, positive, and playful. So, based on all that, we can make our block palette. First up, we have stripped birch wood, which is, like normal birch, a more upbeat-looking block, but a bit more refined. Why we need that detail will make more sense later on. Next up, we have jungle planks. Now, if we are being real here, I don't really have a reason for using these. I was just messing around, doing my whole building process thing, and they kind of just showed up. But let's pretend I do actually have a reason, and that is that it is a lighter colored wood without the risk of making things too repetitive if we used birch, and not as basic as oak. For the windows, I used white stained glass, because honestly, I just like it better than normal glass, and it complements the stripped birch wood quite nicely. Also, it's more cheerful than normal glass, and I suppose because it's stained, that can play into the whole leading life with blind optimism thing. The final major block is waxed copper stairs. Once again, I don't really have a reason for using these other than the fact that they looked nice, but pretending I do, let's say they play into the whole confidence thing. Yeah, that works. So, the house is basically going to look like a giant wedding cake. You know, the whole confidence thing. Anyways, that's why I use stripped birch. Normal birch is nice for cabins and such, but it gets a bit repetitive with bigger builds. So, I'll build that up in a quick time lapse, and then we'll add depth. As far as depth goes, most of what we need to do is add some arches to the bottom section, and then I'll also add a bit more of a roof. So, I'll do that and be right back. Okay, now that I've done that and an unfortunate amount of bats have spawned, it's time to work on the interior. First up, I'm going to put in spiral staircases, then I'll explain how the floors are going to be divided up. Be right back. Alright, so I put in the spiral staircases, and I also set up the lighting and went on a bat murdering spree, because they were kind of annoying. As far as the floors go, the first floor is going to be like a crafting table / furnace level. Above that will be the storage room, and then the last floor will be where the beds go. You see, I'm kind of basing this off of Camp Half-Blood from Percy Jackson, so in theory, multiple people would be living in the house. So yeah, multiple beds. I'll build that up, and then I'll give you guys a final tour. Okay, so, tour thing. This is honestly the only part of this video that isn't scripted, so this is gonna go horribly. Look, can't even walk in the door. So, down here we have our furnaces and 2 crafting tables. Honestly, I don't know realistically if that would be enough, but this is Minecraft, who cares about realism? Storage, this wouldn't even be realistic in Minecraft for an entire group of people to use. Like, this would be barely enough for one person if they, like, got rid of scrap and such. Then up here we have the beds. So yeah, if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 people, this is not enough storage for 6 people. Yeah, they'd each get 1 large chest and then, like, 2 mini communal chests, so it wouldn't be enough. But, who cares? So yeah, that's what we have so far, and then if you haven't really noticed, but this is a super flat world. which means that the outside is a bit boring. So we are going to build up a bit of a garden, I suppose you would call it, in front here, and then in the back we'll have a custom tree, which I'm planning on building one for every sign, just because, I don't know. So yeah, that'll be that, and I will see you guys in a second. First thing we're going to do on the outside is build up the entry path / garden thing I mentioned, so we will hop into an incredibly brief time lapse to do that. Now that that's done, we just have to build up the custom tree, which unfortunately will involve switching between worlds because I already have one built up and I don't really feel like having to redo the whole process. This means I can't really do a time lapse, so I'll build it all up and then explain what little symbolism is behind it. Okay, it's time for the final reveal. So, as you can see, I did add in a fence around the whole thing to kind of separate it from the other signs I'm going to build up in future videos. Anyways, moving on to the tree, I tried to make it sturdier / bigger because confidence, and then the leaves kind of falling down / the vine things play into the whole leading life with blind optimism thing. And that's the video! Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing as it really helps out the channel. Next time, I will be building a house for the Taurus sign. See you then!